right now we're into this mission to find the apartment of Van Bruggen and see who this guy is and everything. But one thing that people don't know is that we had to cut the second floor of the city, or if you know, you don't know that those missions that right now you're playing were meant to be in the second part of the city. And as we were going through production issues and we had to cut some material, we had to find ways to see if we could bring those missions back into Lower Angsha and not basically avoid breaking the story.
Yeah, because originally we were planning that you would start in the upper and then you'd come down and then you'd have to go back up for another mission and back down, and it was supposed to be this back and forth. But when we decided to get that, we had to reduce in scope, and we ended up having to find places where we could put all those upper missions in the down in the down area.
It was truly heartbreaking of a cut when that happened, and I was working on 2 of the locations that were in the Upper Angsha. When they got cut, I was pretty devastated, but in the end, it still all worked out.
Can I say that I was really devastated with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But in the end, it still worked out because all the missions we were still able to grab them and bring them down to Lower Angsha, and as a player, you had no idea that it was even supposed to go up there.
Yeah.
So
and based on that, I want to point out like the amazing work that you, Mary and Jeff have done, because there's been a lot of cuts on that game, like on any huge game, and it's a very complex story, and it's a story that every bit is quite important to the main, and the way that you guys every time manage to repurpose the locations to accommodate all these cuts, and then have something that was supposed to be in a whole city hub and then bring it into a new city hub that it wasn't supposed to be part of or whatnot is quite amazing. And like Stephen just said, people never noticed it.
It doesn't feel tacked on.
Not at all.
It
Not
actually,
at all.
many times the cuts actually helped to strengthen the story, and cutting an
the
entire
pacing,
city hub above actually made it easier on the writers.
That was the
'cause
right
we
call,
didn't have to
even though it
come
was
up. with tons of content.
Yeah, it was the right call, even though it was a sad call
was
to make.
very sad.
Access granted.
Hey, American, go Yankees! You want good time? Go to the Hive. You want better time? Find a Honghua, beautifulest women in Hengsha.
Access granted.
Right now we're into this mission to find the apartment of Van Bruggen and see who this guy is and everything. But one thing that people don't know is that we had to cut the second floor of the city, or if you know, you don't know that those missions that right now you're playing were meant to be in the second part of the city. And as we were going through production issues and we had to cut some material, we had to find ways to see if we could bring those missions back into Lower Angsha and not basically avoid breaking the story.
Yeah, because originally we were planning that you would start in the upper and then you'd come down and then you'd have to go back up for another mission and back down, and it was supposed to be this back and forth. But when we decided to get that, we had to reduce in scope, and we ended up having to find places where we could put all those upper missions in the down area.
truly heartbreaking of
Yeah.
a cut. When that happened, and I was working on two of the locations that were in the Upper Hangsha. When they got cut, I was pretty devastated. But in the end, it still all
Can
worked
I
out.
say that I was really devastated with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But in the end, it still worked out because all the missions were still able. We were still able to grab them and bring them down to Lower Hangsha. And as a player, you had no idea that it was even supposed to go up there.
Yeah.
So it
And
worked.
and based on that, I want to point out like the amazing work that you, Mary and Jeff have done, because there's been a lot of cuts on that game, like on any huge game, and it's a very complex story, and it's a story that every bit is quite important to the main, and the way that you guys every time manage to repurpose the locations to accommodate all these cuts, and then have something that was supposed to be in a whole city hub, and then bring it into a new city hub that it wasn't supposed to be part of or whatnot is quite amazing. And like Steven just said, people never noticed it.
It doesn't feel tacked on.
Not at
No.
all.
It
Not at
actually,
all.
many times the cuts actually helped to strengthen the story. And cutting an
And the
entire
pacing,
city hub above actually made it easier on the writers.
That was the
'cause
right
we
call.
didn't have to
Even though it
come
was,
up with tons of content.
yeah, it was the right call, even though it was a sad call
was
to
fun.
make.
Very sad.
My buddy Les never pays to get into the hive.
Somebody told us that the Hive is a members only club, Lao Wai. Without a membership card, I can't let you in.
You telling me I gotta pay to get into this dive?
We've got a reputation to keep. Can't let just anyone get in here.
Just anyone with the money.
No pay, no play. You want in or not?
Here, take it.
Thank you, sir. Here is your membership card. Welcome to the Hive. I'm sure you will enjoy our establishment. Good to see you again, sir.
That's right, bell tower. He's got to be kidding me. The owner of the
What can I get you?
Golden Phoenix Sling.
Oh, a man of taste, are we? Excellent choice. There you go. What can I get you?
I'm looking for Tong.
Everyone wants to talk to Tom. Check the VIP lounge upstairs.
So I see this guy laying on the ground in alley, all beat up. Blood pouring out of his Robertson must
So now we're in the Hive, the bar that we have to meet our friend Tang Xion. And actually, that bar went through many iterations. Like we have memory limitations, we have streaming also to consider a lot of things. But we wanted to build a place that would feel alive, that would feel that people will go there to have a good time on a Friday night after working hard all the week long and everything. And in the first iteration of the bar that we had, especially we were trying to nail this down for the 2010 E3 demo.
E3, yeah.
And everybody were sitting around and just talking. And when we were getting in this place, it was like, it felt totally dead. Like it didn't feel, and especially
And it's
that we
supposed to be the most popular
exactly
nightclub.
and
in
we
all
couldn't
of
have
Hangzhou.
that many NPCs on screen. And I went like, let's try to not add people, but instead have some of them that are standing up and just dancing, moving a bit, even though they don't do much. And just by doing that, it totally changed the kind of,
atmosphere.
the perception and the atmosphere of the place.
It's funny because we tried to make a really popular area, but the thing is, designers were limited in how many people we could place on screen at any given time. So it was really tough to make a crowd-like club scene with 15 people.
But in the end, it's not too bad.
Yeah, so we had to make people move around.
I thought you had better manners. Don't you know to knock before entering a room?
This isn't a social call, Tom.
You bell tower boys, always with the funny. So, what you want today?
I'm looking for a cybersecurity specialist named Van Bruggen. You know him?
Doesn't ring any bell. What'd he do? Steal something?
Let's just say he's pissed off the Dragon Queen. And so will you if she finds out you're hiding him.
Khan, you know I'd never bet on a loser. Bobby, you waste a bone and meat. You there?
Yeah, boss?
Get a message to Van Bruggen. Capsule 301, Alice Garden Pods. Tell him, if he stick his head out, Tai Young Medical is gonna chop it off.
Malik, you were right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No, don't put yourself at risk. I'm heading there now.
那些商人能帮你搞到几乎任何东西，尤其是那些不寻常的家伙。
再等一下嘛，等我赚够了钱，我们就可以去找个公寓搬进去住嘛。
我前阵子回纽约的时候，
他火热的气息会把你烧焦的，我的朋友。怎么样？我能帮你吗？还是你还在考虑啊？
那我们这些租房的怎么办？
要付钱的顾客，
把我们都赶出去吗？他们不能这么做。有些人已经在这住了很多年了。
这个月又得捉襟见肘了。
房租钱又不够了。
嘘，你知道杰很爱偷听别人，我能感觉到他就在那躺着呢。
哦，对，不好意思。
还不错。
没有，你呢？
也没有。
This is not the place for you. Get out, 老外. This is your final warning. Leave! I've got your back.
Access granted.
火热的气息会把你烧。
说他们想把改变回原来那种普通的民国。
那我们这些租房的怎么办？
这是开枪的声音。
Access granted. Access denied.
Jensen, I was on my way out.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know. I didn't do anything. Trust me. Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
Of course, but I can tell something's bothering you. And I'm concerned. What's going on?
I just had to look into something. For a friend. She deserved better.
I'm listening.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember? My friend, my best friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up. I just have to prove it. If I could get my hands on the autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
This autopsy report, once you got your hands on it, what were you planning on doing next?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm a pilot, not a cop. But I felt I had to do something while I had the chance. Maybe once you get the report and we know what it says, we can improvise.
You said you've seen the police report. Who gave it to you?
An old friend who was also a good friend of Evelyn's. He used to work for the Shanghai PD. He left a copy of it along with a few other things concerning Evelyn in a pod here for me to look at. He also left some instructions on how to contact someone at LIM for the autopsy report he's convinced was intentionally buried.
Why would LIM have anything to do with Evelyn's autopsy report?
Well, if you haven't noticed, the Chinese government has been outsourcing branches of its public services for years. Bell Tower polices the streets, and nowadays LIM does more than just cosmetic surgery. They're often contracted for special cases like Evelyn's.
And what made Evelyn's case so special, you think?
Her boyfriend, Lee. He was at the scene. He had Evelyn's blood on him and tested positive for alcohol and drugs in his system. With his rap sheet, it wasn't looking good for him. But his family, they're on a lot of boards with deep pockets and a lot of reach. They wouldn't suffer the embarrassment of having their son indicted on a suspected murder charge.
Tell me about Evelyn.
She was beautiful, carefree, loved to have a good time. I met her during my internship for a private transportation and logistics firm here in Shanghai. She was a great pilot, too. Knew how to feel the currents, to push the bird just so. Too bad her talents for reading the wind didn't translate to reading guys.
How so?
She was always getting into trouble with the wrong crowds. And it always had to do with some boy. She knew I didn't like him. Her boyfriend at the time, Lee, it drove a wedge between us, and when we parted ways, it wasn't amicable.
I understand.
She was a good girl, Jensen. She deserved better.
Why do you suspect Evelyn's boyfriend had something to do with her death?
Because he was poison, right from the start. Born into money and influence, but never once assuming responsibility for anything. I don't think he's worked an honest day in his life.
So he was a wealthy, pig-headed asshole. If that was reason enough to accuse someone of murder, half the world would be in the pen.
No, there's more to it than that. He's known for violent outbursts, domestic altercations. He nearly killed a kid over some stupid gambling feud. The problem is, his family made him untouchable, even to the police.
And Evelyn was okay with all of this?
She Always tried to see the good in people, give them the benefit of the doubt. You could say that's just being naive or even stupid, but I think she was just innocent.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead, he works for Lim. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report? Is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know, he's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Limb Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, limb details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
You're referring to the Penchang Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing our world.
Earth's ecosphere is in There's trouble, Eliza. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify ocean temperature through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal.
When will we be able to see the truth for ourselves?
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow, log on to www.picusweb.com. This is Eliza Cassell reporting to you live. It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have to retract my earlier statement.
Man, could I use a coffee right now? Ah, fuck it. What are we talking about?
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention.
Global initiative that aims at healing our world.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble.
One of the things we wanted to do with Ari Van Bruggen was make sure that he was inside of his little pod was an aquarium of sorts, so that he actually had a secret passage in his aquarium that allowed him to escape if ever there was something that went down. In the end, that got cut due to resources or time constraints, all that fun stuff.
But I remember John had a much crazier idea. He wanted this elevator and this, and
I
we were
wanted him
like,
to-
What the hell is that?
It would have been amazing. I wanted him to go back into his pod, and because he's such a tech guy, and he's like, and he knew it was being so you had to rig the whole thing to like start going down, like an elevator, like a spot. And then I wanted, once we walked out of the capsule hotel, if we looked upward, we would have seen him being jettisoned out of Angsha.
I remember that day in the meeting when you proposed that, and you're so excited, and everybody's like,
blank stares,
what the
like,
fuck is that?
what the hell is he talking
which is
about?
usually what happens whenever I have ideas, right?
No.
Yeah.
I could see the sun moving like
so
in the sky.
Could have been amazing. Stump.
We as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify ocean temperatures through a combination of ion seeding and
I feel like the only place to work around here is TYM. I don't
Excuse me, do you know where the limb clinic is?
Yes, Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble,
Excuse me,
Eliza.
sir.
And
Do
it's
you know how
time
to
that
get
we
to
as a
Thai
species
young
stepped
men?
up to make things better.
Sure, Gord.
Our
Can't you see I'm busy? Go bother someone else.
Death and life have their determined appointments.
What? Oh, and riches and honors depend upon heaven. Very good.
Right, what now?
Shh. They have eyes and ears everywhere. Meet me outside the clinic. Turn left from the front and go down the stairs. I'll be waiting at the corner.
It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have...
Over here! Come on now! I'm relieved to know they sent a professional, at least.
That makes two of us.
Right. Well, you're not exactly what I was expecting. I was told I would be meeting a girl. How do I know you're not an imposter or some sort of double agent? Don't think I don't know this could all just be an elaborate trap to set me up.
Look, no offense, Mr. X, or whatever your name is, but I really don't have time for this. So if you could simply just give me what I came for, I'll be on my way.
Yes, yes. I have it right here. Evelyn Carmichael's autopsy report. Here, take it.
Thank you.
I trust you will put this information to good use, because accountability and justice is at an all-time low, I'm afraid. It pains me to see this once great city, which stood as a bastion for reform and progress against our oppressive communist origins, succumb to the trappings of corporate bureaucracy and petty corruption. Corruption so often typical of your Western governments.
Whatever you say. Now, if you don't mind, I really must be going.
Well, there is still the matter of my payment. 1,000 credits was the agreed upon price, I believe. Isn't that right?
And what were you just saying about corruption?
A deal is a deal. Surely your handlers informed you of this little detail.
No, my handlers failed to mention this little detail. Never mind. Just take your money. This report better be worth it.
Oh, I assure you it is. Whoever it was that didn't want this information given to the proper authorities paid a lot of money to have it ignored. A pity for them, LIM policy strictly prohibits deletion of records concerning operational procedures. For legal purposes, you see.
Legal, right. Nice doing business with you, X. Malik, I just got the autopsy report. No drugs or alcohol in Evelyn's system. And her estimated time of death doesn't fit Lee's story. She did die from a head wound, but not one that matches the evidence found at the scene.
I knew it. It couldn't have been just an accident.
There's more. Evelyn was pregnant. Malik?
I'm here. We can't let him get away with this, Jensen. He's guilty. He has to be. Can you go to his apartment?
And do what?
Get proof. Get something. I'm sending you the coordinates. Contact me again when you're there.
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Malik, I'm inside Lee's apartment. Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Damn. Okay, look. Lee isn't smart enough to properly cover his tracks, so look around. Maybe you can find something suspicious.
Malik. Looks like Hong Sr. was upset with Hong Jr.'s behavior and threatened to cut off his inheritance if he didn't stop whoring around. Sounds like he considered Evelyn beneath the family name.
And if he knew she was pregnant, I can't believe Lee would do something like that just for money.
Speaking of money, the Hong family seems heavily invested in both Bell Tower and Lim. That could explain the cover-up and lack of a proper investigation. I'll keep looking. I'm sure there's more here.
Hey, Lee, baby. Can't wait to see you tonight. But I'm stuck at work. I know, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, baby. I promise. I'll meet you at the Hive, okay? Just don't get the party started without me. I want you all to myself tonight.
The Hive? I should have guessed Lee would be there. It's pretty much a second home for him.
Wait a minute, you heard that?
Sorry, Jensen. I don't like invading your privacy like this, but it's important. Plus, this gives me an idea. When you're done looking around Lee's apartment, head to the Hive. Contact me when you're there.
I'll stick around a bit. I'm sure there's still more to find. Malik, I found a baseball bat, but it looks clean. Almost like it's been washed recently.
Maybe Lee washed Evelyn's blood off of it.
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure it could inflict the type of laceration she had. I'll make one last sweep to make sure I got everything.
Access denied.
Malik, I think I got a probable murder weapon. A broken clock. The kicker is the hands line up roughly with Evelyn's TOD. Coincidence?
That's a hell of a stretch. You really think?
If Lee's as dumb as you say, maybe. We'd need lab tech analysis to confirm, but if there ever was a smoking gun, it fits. Okay, I think that's it. I'm heading to the hive now. I doubt we'll find anything else in here without calling in a forensics team.
Sounds good.
Have you seen Ning lately? Not since last week. I'm starting to get worried.
Oh no, don't tell me I left my purse in there with May.
Can't you give me a little discount this time?
Sorry, but for the service you want, you damn well better believe I'm getting my full amount of credits.
Sweet pea? I can hardly make my rent this month.
Join the club, sweet pea.
Malik, I'm in the hive. What's your plan?
Find Lee and talk to him. I want you to convince him you know exactly what he did to Evelyn and why. If you can make him panic, I'm willing to bet he'll spill his guts. Just make it look like blackmail. If he's willing to pay to keep you quiet, he's basically tying his own noose. I'll listen in and record everything.
Got it.
只是我还是今晚的酒速度太高了。
Shit, it's gone. My pocket secretary.
对，那又怎样？干嘛？别烦我了。
you want, Chrome Boy?
Is your name Lee Hong?
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What's it to you?
I want to talk to you about Evelyn Carmichael.
Man, it's off! I already told all you narcos all there is to say.
Relax. I'm not with the police. I work private. And you could say I specialize in cases like yours.
If you ain't police, then what the fuck you want?
A simple proposition. I have proof that shows you murdered Evelyn. And I want you to pay me 2.5 million credits to make that proof disappear.
2.5? Bullshit. You ain't got shit on me, narco. I ain't paying you shit.
I strongly suggest you reconsider.
And I strongly suggest you get the fuck out of my face. Because unless you got your proof right here, I ain't got shit to say to you.
All right. Let's start with the police report. I know your story doesn't match up with the evidence at the scene of Evelyn's fall.
Oh yeah? And why's that?
Because the police report itself was falsified. Why else would that be, if not to cover up a weak alibi?
Man, you gotta be kidding me. That's some weak-ass shit right there.
Not only does the evidence not add up, but neither does your testimony. You lied about why Evelyn fell down the stairs in the first place. You said it was a well-known fact that Evelyn was clumsy, and this was just an unfortunate accident.
Man, now I know you're full of shit.
Now, if the evidence doesn't fit, and your story was a lie, then how did Evelyn die on that night? Well, the answer is pretty simple, really. You killed her. But how? By hitting her in the head with that antique clock you keep so prominently displayed in your apartment. The lacerations on her head, the intracranial hemorrhaging, it's the perfect match.
In my apartment? How the fuck do you know what's in my apartment?
And like any good crime of passion, you needed motivation, something to fuel your violent outbursts. What did Evelyn say or do to make you murder her? She told you she was pregnant, and you panicked. Faced with the prospect of losing your easy way of life, you struck out at her in anger.
How? That's impossible.
But now the final piece of the puzzle. Why was Evelyn's death never considered a murder investigation? Because your family, one of the wealthiest and most influential families in Shanghai, covered it up. But whose silence did they buy? The police. From the very beginning, you knew you were safe, because the police could never touch you. Now with your family standing behind you.
All right, Narco. I heard enough of your bullshit. You got a lot of balls coming in here, blackmailing me, and trying to accuse me of murder. Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm the only thing standing between you and life in prison, so you better start paying up.
And how about you pay me to not kick your fucking ass, hmm? How about that, fucking white boy? Man, get the fuck out of here, Narco. I'm done with you and your shit. Wasting my damn time. Man, get the fuck out of my face, Narco.
Malik, Lee's not buying it. I got nothing solid out of him.
I heard. Even though he didn't admit anything, I think you rattled him. Meet me outside the hive. I have something for you. Jensen.
I'm sorry I couldn't get more out of him, Malik. I guess he's not as stupid as he looks or sounds.
You tried, and I appreciate it. I really do. Besides, we still have the autopsy report. It should be more than enough to reopen the case. I'll make sure it gets into the hands of the right people. Evelyn will have her justice.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, I can take it from here. I have a few loose ends to tie up, but then it's back to the chopper. Thank you, Jensen. It means a lot to me that you tried. I guess we should get back to work, huh? Stay in touch.
You're referring to the Panchaea Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing our world.
And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify iron seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr.
One of the things we wanted to do with Arie van Bruggen was make sure that he was inside his little pod was an aquarium of sorts, so that he actually had a secret passage in his aquarium that allowed him to escape if ever there was something that went down. In the end, that got cut due to resources or time constraints, all that fun stuff.
But I remember John had a much crazier idea. He wanted this elevator and this, and
I
we were
wanted him
like,
to.
What the hell is that?
It would have been amazing. I wanted him to go back into his pod, and because he's such a tech guy, and he's like, and he knew it was being so you had to rig the whole thing to like start going down, like an elevator, like a spot. And then I wanted, once we walked out of the capsule hotel, if we looked upward, we would have seen him being jettisoned out of Angsha.
I remember that day in the meeting when you proposed that, and you're so excited, and everybody's like,
blank
what
stares.
the fuck is that?
What the hell is he talking
Which is
about?
usually what happens whenever I have ideas, right?
No.
Yeah.
I could see the sun being like
so
in the sky. In
Could have been
clouds.
amazing. Stump.
This is Eliza Cassan reporting to you live from
Forget it, man. You're not my type.
This isn't a booty call, Van Bruggen. This is about you and some friends of yours I met in Detroit.
Detroit? Yeah, okay. I got it now. You with Serif, right? You were there when I had to pull the plug.
So you admit it. You were running the mole.
The heck, man. Just the heck. Worst decision I ever made taking that gig, as you can obviously see.
You attack my people, Windmill. You hope to walk away from this. You tell me what you know.
Down, boy. I've got no allegiance to that backstabbing bitch who hired me, especially after she painted a target on my back. The girl you want is Zhao Yunru, Tai Young Medical's CEO.
Tai Young Medical? They're Sarif's biggest competition.
How do you think they got that way? Zhao doesn't like competition, see? So she uses hack attacks, blackmail, extortion, anything she can do to destabilize him. No offense, but Sarif was just the latest in a long line.
You got any proof of this?
There's a surveillance recording in the Tai Young Tower. I've stashed it on the server in case I ever needed an insurance policy.
Not a very smart place to hide it, seeing as you don't work there anymore.
Things got hot before I could move it. And now I got you to get it for me. Of course, you can't just walk into that place. You're gonna need an employee card encoded with your biometrics to use the TYM shuttle.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me where to get one.
Hey, I'm always prepared. There's a certain security guard, likes to dabble with the ladies. You'll find him at the Honghua Hotel top floor corner room. Sneak in, snatch the card while he's otherwise engaged, and bring it back here so I can code it with the biometrics in your passport.
I was there when you flatlined that Mo, Van Bruggen. You think I'm gonna trust you?
You have to if you want that evidence. Now run along, Sarif, man. And don't get too distracted watching the action. I can't encode what I don't have, Sarif, man.
Here's what the man had to say.
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention these days.
I get so lost down here.
No, don't tell me I left my purse in there with May.
Told you! I am not getting augment! Not for this!
Our customers would pay much for the services of an augmented girl. You can make a lot of money.
Then tell customers to get themselves augmented, and they can go fuck themselves!
I'm sure some already have. May,
No! End of talking!
May, you have a customer. Get to work. My apologies, sir. I was not aware, maybe.
Access denied.
Ever since Ning went missing, May has been on the wall.
Access denied.
You're...
What makes you say that?
The way you move. Your attitude.
And what's my attitude?
Police. Or soldier. Someone on business. So why are you here?
I heard your argument. What was that all about?
They want me to get augmentations. For the customer's pleasure. It's sick. I quit before I ever let them touch me.
Sounded like they don't consider it an option.
They don't. I am lucky, I guess. I've been here the longest. It has advantages. But the new girls, they're not so lucky.
What do you mean?
They are forced to get augments. It's very bad. One of the girls who work here, Ning, she has been gone for days. I fear they took her and will force her to get augmented. You seem like a good man. I am desperate. Please, can you help? I can pay you.
What do you need me to do?
I heard the girls are drugged and taken to a place somewhere in Dagong district. There, they're held until the doctor comes. I wish you to find this place, to find where they're holding Ning. I hope it's not too late.
Why do you think Ning has been kidnapped?
Before, we could always refuse augmentations. But more and more girls got them, and it brings more money. Now they force us to do it. They won't even hire pure breeds like me anymore, because they're not as popular.
Is Ning one of the pure breeds?
Yes. Oh, well, I hope she still is. They started pushing for her to get augments. She say no even when it gets violent. Now I fear they lose patience and will force the operation. Ning's not the first, and she won't be the last.
You keep referring to them. Who are they?
The Honghua Hotel used to be independent. In the past, we had a deal with local police for protection. And because we ran a clean and safe business, they looked the other way. But then, things changed.
What happened?
Bell Tower become the police in Lower Hansa, and they not care to help us. So, a drug lord came in with all his men and took control. Things has never been the same, and we cannot do anything about it.
Isn't this a job for the police?
The police leave Lower Hansa to Bell Tower, and Bell Tower not care what happens if criminal pay them money. They don't care about my friend or any of the other girls forced into the sex trade.
Okay, I'll help your friend.
Thank you. I knew I was right about you, Mr.
Jensen.
Mr. Jensen. I fear this little time. You must find Ning before they leash her with augments.
Leash her?
Yes, they call it that. They leash their girls with augments to keep them under control by supplying neuropazine. I do not know where they keep Ning, just that it is somewhere in Dagong district.
A specific location would help.
I tell you, I do not have one. But there is a bouncer here, Chuan Li. He works with these people. He will know where Ning is. He goes to the roof to smoke often. Look for him there. You might be able to convince him to reveal the place.
Anything else you can give me?
Yes. The men holding Ning. They most likely work with local triad gang here, the Harvesters. If you look for some of them around, maybe you find Ning better.
Got it.
You were awesome, baby.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Oh, hey, did I tell you that boss is forcing some of us to get augmented?
Jensen, you got any news yet? You know I hate being left in the dark.
Yeah, I found Van Bruggen. Looks like the Tai Young Medical Corporation hired him and the mercs to destabilize us.
TYM? They already have the lion's share of the global augmentation market. Why use Van Bruggen?
In order to get that share. Hopefully I'll be able to prove it once I get this smart card back to Van Bruggen.
You need backup, let me know.
Shove off before I shove you off.
I'm here to see you.
Uh-huh. What about?
Ning.
Open the phone book. Plenty of them in there.
Your friends are holding her. I can make it worth your while if you tell me where.
Worth my while? Yeah, maybe. Let's see some credits first, the tough guy, and then maybe I'll tell you where to find her.
I'm not paying.
Your choice. And don't even think about trying to knock me out or something. It's not like I'm conveniently carrying that information on me or nothing. You ready to pay?
Here.
Okay, but you never heard this from me. They're holding her on a small side street just off the open gutter in the Daigong district, but they'll probably have a couple of guys there watching her. The hell with you.
别走啊，子怡，再多住几个月吧，没问题。 这不是天堂。
You're in the wrong part of town, Lao Lai. Go back. Last warning. Next, we take your fancy odds.
Access granted.
Get away. No, don't shoot. Who are you?
Your friend May sent me. She said you were in trouble. Are you hurt?
May. Thank God. And no, I'm fine. They didn't touch me. Not yet, anyway. You hadn't come, though. How did you find me?
I asked around. I can be persuasive.
I have to get out of here.
You sure you're okay? Can you leave here on your own?
Yes, thank you. Whoever you are, thank you so much. I need to go. I need to get out of this city. I need to get away from that monster, Chan. Tell May, tell her. Thank you for everything. I owe her. I owe you both my life.
Ning, did you find her?
I did. She's safe, but running. I think she plans on leaving the city.
She always is a smart girl. I'm glad. I will contact her to make sure she is safe. As promised, here's your payment. If you want more, I have another task. Something suitable for a man of your many talents. Are you interested?
My interest would depend on the task.
By now, I'm sure you heard of Diamond Chan. He is evil man who feeds off the pain and misery of this city. If we are to stay in peace here, he must be taken care of.
You want me to kill Chan?
Yes, but you must make it look like an accident or suicide.
I'll do it.
Good. I'll give you the address of Diamond Chan's apartment. It is on one of the nearby rooftops. Lower Hansai is a dangerous place. Simply knock Chan out, then drop his body into the alley below. Gravity will do the rest.
Anything else I should know?
Chan should be alone. He is too proud to have bodyguards around. But be careful. Even alone, Chan is dangerous.
Got it.
Mr. Jensen, remember not to cause any wounds on Diamond Chan that make it look like murder. Any suspicion will bring us more trouble from his friends.
So no tranquilizers or peps. Which means strictly hand-to-hand submission. Shouldn't be a problem.
That is good, yes. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. I will wait here.
杀最好的。哎。
Access granted.
Hey, you speak American?
滚开，窝囊废！